we're now in a world of change. Those of you that might have followed the World Economic Forum may have heard of this book by the founder, Klaus Schwab, The Fourth Industrial Revolution, which really goes on top of the previous three, which were really steam, electrical, digital itself, or the first round of semiconductors, and now into an area where we're seeing a merging of these big points here, that young people are digital from birth. Or you guys sitting at the back there, you've never known a world without actually a cell phone or the internet or a computer from a practical point of view. I have. We're also very mobile. Again, that is the future. The future is not fixed, hardwired, it is on the go. You combine that with a very social infrastructure that we have, combine that with data and analytics, big data, and that comes from information. And we're leading now to what we call data-driven innovation. And that is companies such as Uber, for example. Uber is the world's largest vehicle-using rental company that owns no vehicles and has no drivers. So things like that. And also, again, I've got kids, much more environmentally aware, really, than people of my generation. So people are saying, can we do this? Can we grow all this without destroying the planet? Data creation is exploding at an enormous rate. More data has been created in the last 2 years than in the entire history of the human race. Before the internet, we were creating 100 gigabytes of data a day. After the internet, it's 100 gigabytes of data a second. We're now heading into the area where it's going to be 50,000 gigabytes of data per second created. That's the estimate here, like this. So again, 1.7 megabits of data that every single person on the planet will be created. How do you store, how do you protect that? And where's it coming from? Just look at the smartphones. The smartphone in your pocket today is a major generator of data. You know, you can make video, you can make purchases, near-field communication, you can do tons and tons of stuff. We used to live in what was called the 24/7 world. That was the world of yesterday. Today, we're living in the nanosecond world. And why do I mention nanosecond? Because of Internet of Things, the sensors that are there. You may have heard of the Tesla motor car. The Tesla motor car transmits about 2 gigabytes of data for every 5 kilometers it drives. And it's continuous. And that's just one vehicle driving one time itself. So this information is also being created by people as well. Many surveys have shown that in the more advanced economies, people are checking and transmitting from their mobile devices 100 times or more a day. 100 times more a day themselves. So we're now in a 60-60 world, 60 minutes by 60 seconds. That is the data that's being created, which is the challenge for how does an SME start to look at this? And where does digital competitiveness come into it? How do you manage all this itself? So in terms of digital competitiveness, I think we have to look at the fact that it's going to affect all kinds of business. All business is digital now, whether you're using email or using the Facebook account or using Amazon or you're posting things for sale on eBay, whatever like this. And at the center of this really are the 4 areas of social, mobile, analytics, and cloud. I often ask people, do they use cloud computing? Most people will say they don't, but when you ask what services they use, everybody uses cloud computing. It's very simple. Any of the free or so-called free services you get from social media to email is cloud-based. So the dependency on this technology is a risk, which we've already heard today from our friends at Trend and also Jason. And SMEs have a low level of this. Again, other figures are being put up here, but ADRC says 67% of SMEs have no business continuity plan at all. And a significant fact in the wake of Japan's 3/11 disaster with the earthquake tsunami was that when of the companies that went bankrupt, about half of them had no business continuity plan at all. This is SMEs only itself. So what do? We look at digital competitiveness as actually harnessing the appropriate technology to work in the nanosecond world, okay? So what is appropriate for a particular business? Outsourcing technology to the cloud is a great way of doing things because it enables the company to focus on what they actually do. I run an SME business myself. I have no IT support person. Everything I do is in the cloud. I leave that up to the big guys that know better. And I would like to say that I was not affected by WannaCry, and I sincerely hope I don't get affected by the son of it, which has just been named today Samba Cry. I wonder if it comes from Brazil, you never know. So we need to increase, I think, communication channels on the need for resilience planning and options. So, for example, all SMEs have to register with the tax department to pay your taxes. You usually do this on an annual basis. You have some interaction, you pay a fee. It could be that we could co-opt the tax department to give some feedback with a leaflet that goes out with the renewal notice or something like this to try and get some awareness up of SMEs. Similarly, other public places like post offices, etc., can be used as a vector to get awareness. Because I think one of the biggest problems we have is people just don't know. And, you know, it's a funny statement, but people don't know what they don't know, okay? So if people are not aware, they don't know, can't do anything else about it. Also, academia, I think, is important. Again, our students that are coming through higher education, they're going to go out into the workforce in different companies. They're going to hopefully start companies themselves. Try and get this inculcated into the curricula from day one. Not just for personal protection, because it is important. You've got to protect yourself, but when they go to work as well. And I think a template-based approach may help as well. In other words, creating workable templates on how to do it. I've actually been developing some of these for companies I've been working with. So that, I hope, is my 5 minutes. I hope I didn't go over, but thanks very much.